Hello and welcome to this workshop all about YouTube. I'm Sean and I'm hopping on a little bit early to hang out a little bit and connect with everybody and get everything set up. If we've never met before, my name's Sean Cannell and I help people build their influence and their income with online video and specifically YouTube. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks so much for watching. Probably about 5 minutes from now, the content is going to start, but we're just kind of hanging out at the beginning right here to make sure everything gets shared out. All right, we see people joining. You are watching LearnYouTubeToday.com, hopping on a little bit early to say hello, to hang out, and to see where you're watching from. I'd love to connect with you and hear about where you're watching from in the comment section as we're just getting this thing set up. So, hey, how's it going? We're doing this. It's live. I'm here live. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks so much for being here. But if you're watching on LearnYouTubeToday.com, there should be Facebook comments below the video. If you're watching on your mobile phone, you can't really close out the video, so just stay on the video. But we just got some vibes going. It's morning time here in Las Vegas, broadcasting wherever you're from. And I would love to hear, where are you watching from? Let me know. And I'm actually going to throw this up right here. Where are you watching from? You're on Learn YouTube Today webinar. We're going to be starting at the top of the hour, but I want to know where you're from, and I want to be able to shout you out. The official hashtag of the event today is Learn YouTube 16. You can do that on Twitter. You can do that on Facebook. You can do that anywhere. And you may be watching this on the Google Hangout and the YouTube comments. You could post down there. If you're on the Learn YouTube Today page, there's Facebook comments below. You can check that out. I see Carl in Atlanta, Georgia. I see Andres in Oakland, California. Charles in Australia. Great to have you on. I see Josh watching from Denmark. Emil. Ivan from California. It's another Burbank, California. Marguerite. Ricky from Michigan. Hey, Lexington, Kentucky. We got Jim on. Andrew, South Florida. Now, we're going to be starting at the top of the hour, but let me know where you're watching from. Whether you are watching on the LearnYouTubeToday.com page, you should have Facebook comments right below here. Or maybe you're on the Google Hangout page. Somehow you got there. There's YouTube comments. Or if you're on Twitter, tweet me at Sean Cannell and just use the hashtag Heather is helping me today. And Heather Torres. So you might see her in the Facebook comments. You might see her on Twitter. You might see her on YouTube. And we are going to do this thing. We're talking about the 5 essential steps for growing your audience and doubling your income on YouTube. We're going to get started in just a second. But right now, I want you to just vibe out with me. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to turn this music up. You feel that? Feels, vibes. Awesome. People are already joining on. We're going to get started on time. But if you're just joining, I want to know, where are you watching from? And use the hashtag all day long, Learn YouTube 16. And I'm going to refresh this over here. Yes. I'm watching from the Facebook, from the website. Brian, great to have you on here. Jonathan, what is that from Vegas? Good to see you. We got Stu from Utah. We got Amir from Tel Aviv. We've got Lyndon from Wellington, New Zealand. Great to have you on. Charles, thanks for tweeting out using the hashtag Learn YouTube Today. Alan, good to see you watching from Gig Harbor. Man, we are going to get into some awesome content today. So if you are just joining, we are going to jump into it. This presentation right now, if you're watching on the replay, thanks so much for being here. My name is Sean Cannell. And if we just met, I am co-founder of Video Influencers. I help people build their influence and their income with online video and specifically YouTube. And I'm super passionate to get into this content today. We're going to be talking about the 5 essential steps for building your audience and doubling your income on YouTube. Are you ready? I'm ready. So let's jump into this right now. hey, you can still post where you're watching from. Heather is helping me today, and use the hashtag all day long. But this is what we're going to be talking about. You're here, you're in the right place. If you came to watch 5 steps for growing your audience and doubling your income on YouTube. So you could spread the word on social media. And if you do, use the hashtag LearnYouTube16. And today, get ready to take notes because I got a lot of cool content to share with you. And whether you maybe could come back to this or you want to actually write some stuff down. But hey, what am I all about? So you're in the right place. My name's Sean, and I help people build their influence and income with YouTube. And so you're on the right webinar if that is what you are looking to do. And you're in the right place if specifically you have a YouTube channel, or maybe you don't have a YouTube channel yet and you want to start one the right way. Maybe you're a video creator, you're a YouTuber, or maybe you're a personal brand like a speaker, author, or a coach, or you're a business owner. YouTube is an essential platform for all of those things, and it will help you crush it there. So this workshop is for you if you see the opportunity to build your brand on YouTube, but maybe right now you're feeling a little stuck and frustrated. Maybe you're seeing some growth already and you're already seeing some success, but you want it to go faster. We're going to help it go faster today. And maybe you want to figure out how to make money on YouTube, maybe a side income, part-time, or even a full-time income. Then you are in the right place. And this is specifically what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about the best and easiest way to quickly grow your audience on YouTube. We're going to talk about how to double your online income with YouTube. We're going to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes people make on YouTube and the #1 strategy that you need to know in 2016 to succeed. But and then also stay online, because at the end of the training today, you will get, I've got a free gift for you that's going to help you get results with YouTube as well. So stay on for the whole thing. Plus, as soon as we get through the core training, we're going to do a live Ask Me Anything at the end of this workshop. So post your questions in the Facebook comments. Heather will be there grabbing those. You can tweet them to me at Sean Cannell and use the hashtag LearnYouTube16. If you have questions about YouTube, social media, marketing, business, whatever your questions, I can't wait to get to those. So we'll get to those in the training. And if you are, whether you're in the page where you're watching this and it's in the Facebook comments, or maybe you're watching from the Google Plus link, you can also post in the YouTube comments. We'll be able to capture all of those. And then also at the end of the training, I'm going to show you how to get access to advanced training, some really cool tools, and some time-saving strategies. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's jump into it. So for a little context, I just kind of want to paint a picture and, you know, why am I here and why am I doing this? And I want to start with the question to think about, where were you in 2003? Think about that. Where were you in 2003? For a point of reference, a visual point of reference for you, this was the most popular phone in 2003. This is the Nokia 3200. It was the hottest phone that year. Now, I remember myself going to mall kiosks, and we would get things like the blinky antennas and the custom cases for these phones. Do you remember that? How crazy and how far have things come now that we have a Samsung Galaxies, iPhones. This is literally 2003. Like, that was the phone. And 2003 is very special to me because 2 life-changing events happened to me that year. The first one was I met my now wife, Sonia. We're coming up on over being married for almost 10 years. She was a Starbucks barista. So needless to say, when I was trying to get her attention, I was drinking a lot of coffee and stopping by multiple times a day at Starbucks. And the other life-changing event that happened that year was the year that I started really in video production. And I actually started as a volunteer at a church, and this was like our ragtag, group. And what I love about this photo is, I know if you're doing YouTube or you're doing video, you know what it is to hustle. Like, you know what it is. Those are yellow lights from Home Depot. Yes. That green screen is green cloth that we got from Joanne Fabrics, and we tacked up a green screen. We got the boom mic there, and we were just doing whatever we could, hustling. Now, 2003, social media hadn't even started yet. YouTube hadn't even started yet. that's when we and I personally jumped into videos. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. And my wife and I, during that season, she was working a couple jobs. She's kind of helping me pursue my dream of like being an entrepreneur. And I was working at a church at the time. And as you know, that doesn't, pay well or at all. And so, we were hustling together, but life was good. And it seemed like we felt invincible, right? Like nothing could go wrong. But what actually ended up happening was we hit the hardest season of our lives shortly after that. And it was literally a couple years after we got married that we hit like the perfect storm. And this story really shapes to, where I am today and why I'm so passionate about the content I'm about to share with you. And all in one season, we hit the housing crisis. And in 2008, this was the subprime mortgage crisis. And we were in a house and we had another house that was being rented out to tenants. They lost their jobs and couldn't pay the rent anymore. So now we can't afford it. And that house is like defaulting. And this, like, it's like London Bridge is falling down majorly. And then at that time, my wife got very sick. And she actually was on a mission trip overseas, and she contracted something, and it turned into a chronic illness. And she was supporting us early on. She was hustling, crushing, working 3 jobs so that I could work part-time and really build my passion. But then, we started losing jobs and couldn't work those because of health. And then also, like I mentioned, I was being a part of a church. There was major failings in the executive leadership. Like things just started to fall apart there. And I was part-time. So now that job's gone. And so we're losing money. Like we're losing our house. It was literally insane. I mean, it was the perfect storm. It was crazy. And maybe you can relate to that. Like, I don't know what season of life you're in right now, but what we learned really in that season was no matter what you're facing, big or small, really the only option is to keep going and to keep learning. Persevere is to continue in a course of action, even in the face of difficulty or with little or no prospect of success. And when it seemed like everything was falling apart and literally like, okay, I'm seriously like, being like, God, what is happening? Like, this is horrible. Like I saw, almost no hope for the future. But I learned out of that season that no matter how bad something is, good can still come out of it. And it was actually during that season, which is so crazy, like in all this hardship, all this pain, all these challenges, that we also discovered the power of ranked videos. We're going to talk about that on this, webinar. And it's really that we discovered YouTube, and we started to just kind of mess around on YouTube and test out some things. And let me kind of explain what I mean by ranked videos. So what we did, it was literally during that hardest season, is we just started throwing, videos up. And so I have a lifestyle channel called Sean Thinks. And so I was just experimenting. I threw up this video called Gift Ideas for Him. And yes, that's my dog, Rosie, there sitting next to me in the video. And it's just gift ideas. I wasn't like selling anything, but I was just kind of recommending, helping people. It's probably, people that are shopping for like their brother, or dad, or somebody in their life. And now this video is years later is approaching 1 million views. And here's what happened, why I mean by ranked video. So I just throw this video up, and if you type in gift ideas for him, and if you go to YouTube and do that right now, actually it's in the top 2 or 3 spots years later since I've posted it. And every single day, there's a cool little software app that'll show you like how many views per hour your video is getting. This video is getting 16 views per hour. So like as we hang out on this workshop, 16 people will watch this video for the first time, and they'll see me being like, hey, are you looking for some gift ideas? And I talk about some stuff. This video is done now about $1,200 in revenue in YouTube AdSense, but I also do something called affiliate marketing. And that's just like if you recommend a product, specifically like some gift ideas or something, and somebody clicks on that link and they purchase that product, you get a commission. And so this video is literally over like 1,400 days old. I haven't thought about it in years, right? But yet it actually builds my income every single day. And so during that season, we're stumbling on this, but we're like, okay, well, is this random or is this repeatable? Like, could this be a process? And so I went into that season. Like I said, you got to keep learning, right? You got to keep growing and investing in yourself. And I literally dove into the trenches to just learn everything about YouTube, books, podcasts, going to conferences, investing in courses. And I then began to execute this different information and all these tests and trials over posting 2,000 different videos for myself and also for clients and different people that I started working for. And I learned that it's not random at all, that it's actually very repeatable. So whether it's in my personal lifestyle channel, whether it's like on my tech channel, I have a tech channel where I review tech gear, or whether it's for clients, whether they're like in self-help, motivation space, speakers, real estate agents, in the faith space, or like the live event space. And that was as a result how I built a full-time income on YouTube. And now I've got that lifestyle channel, Sean Thinks. Maybe you've seen a video there before, or maybe you're here because you know me from my tech channel, Think Media TV. And with relatively a relatively small audience, you know, one thing that's unique about this is that it's not like millions of subscribers. It's not even 100,000 subscribers. And really, at the time of going full time, it was about under 30,000. Now, I know that still sounds a lot. We're going to help you get there, but it's been pretty amazing. And today, I've been full-time on YouTube with a relatively small audience. I built a business and a lifestyle around my passion, and I teach others how to use YouTube to profit from their passion. And it's been crazy because I've been featured, you know, I've been on the radio, and I've spoke at Biola University or VidCon and these different events, featured successmagazine.com. Recently, I just got back from Chalene Johnson's Marketing Impact Academy, training people on how to get results with YouTube. And I've had the awesome opportunity of working with and interviewing some incredible influencers. Maybe you know about video influencers, that project, and just all these doors opening. I've been able to help literally thousands of people with their video marketing and with YouTube. And, you know, all of that's cool, but I think it builds to this. And I really want to establish a foundation, you know, like the motive, my why behind doing what I do and behind why I think YouTube is powerful. And ultimately, it's for this reason, that now today I have time with Sonia, and that's my wife, Sonia. And we've been able to build a business around a lifestyle that allows us to do what we want, you know, when we want, where we want, with the people that matter most to us. And so getting to travel and spend time with family and getting to spend time with friends. You know, I've heard that being rich is having money, but being wealthy is having time, right? And so it's been so powerful to see that. And so my question for you is, how cool would it be to be able to watch your to be able to, you know, really watch your followers or leads for your business and your income grow daily, whether you work that day or not, you know, to create additional streams of income for you and your family, and to build your brand faster and create celebrity credibility and authority in your niche around your topic in your category. Be awesome, right? What's the point? YouTube was the game changer. And we're going to talk about how to use YouTube today. But here's one of the big things. And maybe you're thinking some of these things. I hear these actually a lot. I get to coach a lot of people, get to work on a lot of different, you know, with different influencers. And this is what I'm hearing all the time. Maybe you've heard this or thought this. YouTube is too crowded. Have you thought that before? You need a big audience to start, or it's too late. Like the ship has sailed. It's too late to be on YouTube. It's not going to work anymore. But honestly, those are myths. And check this out. There has never been a better time to be on YouTube. I just read this article by the Huffington Post, and here's what it says. This is a quote. It says, the most dramatic positive change in our global economy is about to occur between 2016 and 2020. That literally the next 4 years are a window of opportunity to build your brand, your passion, your influence, your income. And it says this, that 3 to 5 billion new consumers are about to come online and provide a mega surge to the global economy. 3 to 5 billion with a B, right? That is how many people are coming online. So when it comes to building a community, building a tribe, building, you know, influence around your passion, there has never been a better time. Like this space is literally just getting started. Now I have a question for you, and I actually want to hear from you in the comments section. Go ahead and post. But how big do you think online shopping is? Like the percent of retail sales. So if like Target here in the US or Best Buy is like a physical store, how big is online? Amazon.com, you know, any of those stores, just their e-commerce, that's what it'd be called, like online sales. How big do you think it is? 50% of current retail sales? 30? 25%? Less than 8% in the US. Okay, that's crazy, right? We know Amazon is crushing it. You know, all these different sites, BH Photo for the tech space, all these e-com sites, and it's less than 8%. But here's the point. There is a surge of growth of all of this space growing. YouTube, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and how you could connect that to your YouTube influence. It's crazy what's happening in the online space. And there's never been a better time to build your income, build your influence, and build your impact, right? So are you ready? Let's jump into this. Okay. So first of all, let's just establish some facts, because these are foundational as you are setting up, your YouTube channel, whether you're just starting or whether you're moving forward. There's over 1 billion users, almost 1/3 of the current people on the internet, and right, a surge is about to come on, are currently on YouTube. YouTube's currently reaching more 18 to 34, basically 18 to 49-year-olds than any cable network in the US. That's crazy. People are moving away. They're moving, away from cable. They're moving on to digital, where you could be building your influence. Up to 50% year over year, YouTube has been growing for the last 3 straight years. So massive growth. Now, number 2, and I really want you to get this. Like, if you are a tattoo type getting person, this is a tattoo worth getting because of how profound this is. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. What does that mean? And I think it's worth just kind of pausing and thinking about that. Most people don't think about YouTube as a search engine. They think about it as like a social network, as a place you share videos. But on the planet, second to typing questions in Google, people are going to YouTube and typing in searches. How to lose weight or to get stronger, fitness. How to get information about real estate. How to do makeup. How to do cooking. How to learn about anything and everything you could think of. And I'm sure you can probably relate. In fact, you could even type in the comments, like, have you ever typed in a search? You've tried to learn some information, look for answers. I tried to figure out, what pressure washer I should buy recently. People try to figure out how to fix their dishwasher. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. That's critical, and we need to know that. Now, fact number 3, search traffic is the best traffic online. And what traffic means is like people discovering your content. It means like views. What's so profound is that on all other social media sites, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Instagram stories, now that, ripping off Snapchat, whether it's Snapchat, you're like trying to interrupt people's days and get in front of them. They're not searching for you. You're trying to say like, hey, follow me. You're trying to, even maybe you've done like YouTube ads or something. You're like, every other form of traffic, of views, is actually like pushing on people, which maybe they're interested, but they weren't thinking about you when you posted on Facebook and said, hey, go watch my vlog. When you're on Twitter, like, hey, can you stop what you're doing and go look at what I'm doing? They're not looking for you. But search traffic, search traffic is where they type in a question and then boom, you pop up on the other side. The entire context of the conversation is you showing up to help, you showing up to entertain, to educate, to inspire, to motivate. Search traffic is the best traffic online. So when you're building your influence by ranking videos and by having your videos show up in search, it's the most powerful kind of views, traffic. Now, fact number 4, organic listings get 90% of the clicks. The paid ads, if you pay for advertising, they only get 10% of the clicks. And then less than 10% of people advance to page 2 in searches. And you know this, like you type in a search, you're like in those top spots, right? You never go to page 2. And the top 3 spots capture 61% of the clicks. So what that means is that this right here is an ad. And we all know that. Like we see it's got a little ad next to it. And we're like, okay, let's skip past that. What are the organic searches? And this is a video I did on my lifestyle channel talking about green juice powder, right? And so that's the top spot, right? And this would be like the second and the third. These are like the most valuable real estate on YouTube. This is what you want, okay? Fact number 5, videos are 53 more likely than text results to appear on the first page of Google. Yes, you want to grow your brand, your business, your influence on like steroids. You want to be on the front page of Google. And yes, ranking videos can get you there and completely 10x just your results and your growth. So here is the YouTube success funnel. This is like the pathway to just building your influence on YouTube. It's all got to start with a user search. So your question is, okay, what is my potential audience, people that I would want to reach? And you really want to know that. Like, who are the people, maybe your ideal audience, if you're entertaining with like vlogs, your ideal customers, from a business standpoint, what are the kind of searches they're typing in? Then you want your video to rank on the other side, right? So they type in a search, your video shows up, and a lot of people miss this third step. Like, if you just do the first two, that's good, but it's never really going to make a difference ultimately in really your income or building a lifestyle, like a business, like a sustainable model around this. Then you have to have a clear call to action, a CTA. That's a clear call to action for what you want people to do. What is the CTA? What do you want them to do next? And the incredible, powerful thing about YouTube, I'll just show you some of the things that you could and maybe you would want to have people do next. Maybe you want to build your brand. And so there's a screenshot of one of my channels where, in the last 30 days, 5,000 new subscribers, mostly on autopilot. Like, whether I post videos or not, they come in because of ranked videos, approaching 250,000 views in the last 30 days. So you can build your brand this way with that 3 steps. Maybe you want to do affiliate marketing. And that's basically like you sign up on Amazon.com and Amazon Associates, and you say, hey, I want to be able to promote products. And so if you type in best improvement, self-improvement books on YouTube, you'll see my video rank there. This is actually a really recent video. And, I talk about some books, my favorite top 7, self-improvement books. And then there's affiliate links in the description below. So if someone clicks on those, then I receive a commission on that sale. And so you could do like affiliate marketing, and there's tons of different affiliate marketing opportunities besides like just Amazon. There's all kinds of different ones. Or maybe marketing a product that you have, you could do that as well. Or maybe you want to build your email list, and you could type in, if you type in productivity on YouTube, I think my video might pop up number 2 right now for the word productivity. And so if you want to like build your email list, you can have a video and then say, hey, if you want to learn more, you could jump on an email list and grow that as well. And we're doing something like 100 people a day sign up for our email list, which is crazy, right? Because what's cool is, again, whether I work that day or not, whether I create new content that day or not, because of ranked videos, you can grow your influence and even grow your email list, which as an entrepreneur, super important, right? So, okay, here's just kind of a practical example. And I'm using a tool called vidIQ. I actually just use the free version. It's really cool. And if you download vidIQ and install the Google Chrome plugin for it, the extension, then you could get this data on the right side of your video. So if a user types in best camera for YouTube, for example, my video shows up, and what it shows you here, this is cool, that's the tags that I put on the video, and the little blue numbers are what search terms the video ranks for. And so it ranks for a bunch of different search terms. Then there's like an affiliate link where I talk about, if you want to check out any of these cameras, you could click on this link, check out links in the description. And so this video, because it's a ranked video, leads to a bunch of things. One, audience growth, right? So new people we get to meet, like, hey guys, I'm Sean. Like, if you want tech reviews and whatever, you can subscribe. So you could get new subscribers, you get views, your audience grows. You get income without selling. What's cool about this is, I don't know if you're like me, like you never want to be like the car salesman guy. Like nobody wants to be that guy. But you're just like, yeah, like these are cameras I use. I've been doing this for a lot of years. This is my area of, where I have some knowledge, and I would love to help you save time. And so, yeah, if you're interested in checking any of these things out, there's links in the description. That's it, and yet it builds not just income, but passive income. And this video gets about 36 views per hour. What? Imagine that. Like, what would that do? That even as we're hanging out here, it's like I'm multitasking. Like I'm talking to 36 different people as we're doing this workshop while you're also here. It's crazy. 24/7 hours a day, 365 days a year. A friend of mine calls that views while you snooze. It's incredible, right? And so that's the power of ranked videos. But there's one huge mistake. Like this is kind of what it comes down to that I see people making on YouTube. And this picture really reminds me of it. Like, I don't know if you recognize this picture. And depending on your age, you may or may not know what this is. But this is a picture of Kevin Costner from the movie Field of Dreams. And yes, those jeans are amazing, and that jacket is amazing. I'm trying to find that jacket, right? But okay, so Kevin Costner, he's an a regular guy, like an ordinary guy like us, and he's a farmer in Iowa, and he's working in the cornfield when he hears a voice, and this voice says something to him. It's a famous line, and it says, "If you build it, they will come." And what it was talking about was if he built a baseball stadium and he just like stepped out in faith, put out his content, shared his message. If he built it, people would come. And you know what happened is they did. Like he built his dream, he did it, and they came. But this is the biggest myth I see people and the mistake people are making on YouTube. And maybe you can relate. Like you post videos, but people don't come. Like the views don't come, right? In fact, I was recently talking with somebody on Twitter, and I'm looking at their content. They have good videos. Like they're making great videos. They're good on camera. They're very consistent. In fact, they're posting daily. They've been doing YouTube for 4 years, over 300 videos. Yet, in all of that, they're ultimately not growing and just not getting results. And the video views have been extremely plateaued. And maybe you can relate to that, because the truth is, just because you build it doesn't mean they will come. You have to really, I think, figure out distribution, and ranked videos is really one of the ways to do that. So the 3 biggest mistakes I see people make on YouTube, and these are huge because you just want to do the opposite of these, right? Number 1, making videos that no one is searching for. Number 2, not optimizing your videos correctly. Like a lot of people kind of like get lazy on this step, and they post videos, but then they don't take the time to really optimize them. And then number 3, not giving clear calls to action. Like because they're not really having a strategic, CTAs of what to do next and how to build their brand, then their overall brand's not really growing. And so how can you grow your income and influence in 2016? By creating and ranking videos. I'm going to show you how right now. Are you ready? You're going to crush it. Are you ready to crush it? Say that out loud. I'm going to crush it. Touch somebody next to you, unless you're sitting alone, and say, you're going to crush it, right? All right. So this is video ranking 101. This is the 5 steps of how you do this. And this is how you get the views while you snooze. This is how you rank videos. And here's where it all starts. And a lot of people start in their own mind, and they start by making a video. That is not where it starts. It starts with research. And so this is how you can come up with video ideas that will rank in search. What you can do, and this is really cool, and you can do this later, but this is what it works, is you just go to YouTube and you go to the search box and you start typing. And as you know, that when you do that, you get these predictions, right? So if you type how to lose, these are what the predictions are last time I took this screenshot. And so when you type in how to lose, you see like how to lose weight fast is a prediction. What these are is these are giving you video ideas. Like these are letting you know the exact videos you should make on your channel. So of course, this would be in like health and fitness, topics like this. But what's crazy is it actually gives you ideas that can be very specific that you maybe wouldn't have normally thought of. So you could type in, not just how to lose weight fast, but then you're like how to lose 10 pounds in a week. Well, that's a lot different, right? It's very specific. Or how to lose belly fat for teenagers. Like what? That's very specific as well, but it ultimately could become a video idea if this was related to your category. Or maybe you type in tips for new, and then it gets interesting, right? Tips for new moms. And there's people in that space that are helping, like the mommy space or the lifestyle home, kind of space. But look at this, tips for new dads, entirely different. That is a video idea. Or tips for real estate agents. So YouTube is predicting and showing you what people around the world are searching and really telling you what kind of videos to make. Or maybe you got a tech channel and you type in like best tablet. Well, then it predicts best tablet for kids, right? Well, it's very specific. It's a great video idea. Or best tablet under $100, also unique and specific and very different than other things. And so when this research phase, what you want to do is write down these video ideas. And YouTube predictions are the exact phrases that people are searching for in the order of search volume. So the top one is the most searched, and then the bottom one is the least searched by like how many searches per month. The title of your video will include that exact phrase. That's really important. And then this is how you come up with winning video ideas before you ever record a video. Makes sense? We haven't even recorded a video yet. Now, the next phase is to record your video. And so here's a 5-part video framework. You want to have a hook, an intro, a call to content, a question, and then an outro and a call to action. So what you would do, you could do this fancy, or you could do this just like if you're just talking head the whole time. The hook is really important because the hook is where you let the person that typed in that search phrase know that they're on the right video right in the first 3 to 10 seconds of your video. That part is critical. Like that first 3 to 10 seconds is they're making a determination, is this right? So if you say, so what is the best tablet in 2016 for kids? Well, in this video, I'm going to review the top 3 coming up. So right in the hook, you have a chance to either let them know, and if you titled your video Best Tablet for Kids, but then you're like, so what is the best tablet over $500 for college students? Well, then it's out of alignment, right? And so that hook is this chance to let them know right off the bat that they're on the right video. Then in the intro, you don't want to lead with who you are, but then you can just quickly lead, hey, I'm Sean, and thanks so much for checking out this channel, Think Media TV. Here we review cameras, video gear, audio gear. So if you want to, maybe consider subscribing, subscribe. Then you jump in the content. You really deliver on the content. And then catch number 4, you ask a question. And it's important for ranking that you get engagement on your videos, like comments and likes and things like that. So then you just always want to ask a question or engage in some way, like question of the day, which of these 3 tablets do you think was the best? And that gives like a CTA, that's a call to action to actually leave a comment on the video. And then in the outro, you just say, hey, thanks so much for checking out this channel. You can definitely subscribe for more videos like this. And then you could give them a call to action to do something next, whatever that was. And it could be some of those examples we shared earlier on the workshop. Now, the biggest mistakes I see people making here is that they don't start with themselves on camera. A lot of people maybe start with like a video bumper, and it's like graphics. And if that's long, it's like a huge mistake. Sometimes it's like 30 seconds. You want to start with you on camera first. Then maybe you drop into your bumper, your branding, like what they call them like logo stings. But you want to start, with you first. Then also not using the right language to let the viewer know they're in the right place. And I think just being too general, like, hey, do you love everything? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about everything. If you try to reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. And so having very specific language that's in alignment all the way through your video is important. And then it's a mistake to, not give a clear call to action. You really should know strategically, what is it you want people to do? Like, what are you really building on your YouTube channel, and even bigger than your YouTube channel? All right. Video ranking 101. This is also kind of known as like video SEO. So now we researched our videos, we recorded a video. The next is you want to release your video the right way. So this is before you've made it public. So what you basically want to do is make sure the title, the description, and the tags include your keyword phrase that you want to rank for. And so here's an example. The title, this video ranks for, you can see a ton of different terms in the tags, but it's got the title and the description and the tags all include those phrases that we learned about when we were typing them in YouTube search, as well as other relevant tags and things like that. Okay, after you release your video the right way, then you want to rank your video. So now you've clicked and you've made your video public and you put it out. Now here's the top 3 ranking factors. There's about 19 different ones, but these are the top 3 that matter the most. The first one is watch time and audience retention and session time. What this means is that YouTube rewards you if you keep people on YouTube for as long as possible. Basically, they make more money if they could tell advertisers that, people are watching sessions of time, meaning also not just your video, but they're on YouTube for 30 minutes, for an hour. That starts looking more like broadcast television, and they reward you for that. So your watch time is not just a percentage of, like, if you have a 10-minute video and they watch 3 minutes, that's 30%. That's, not good, but that's good. That 3 minutes is good. But what's better is if you had an hour-long video and someone watched 20 minutes, that's, less percentage, but it's still more time. And so basically you just want to be creating content that is high watch time, high audience retention, and high session time. Even if your content leads to other content on YouTube, you'll still get rewarded. Now, the next ranking factor is video engagement. So, people clicking like, clicking subscribe, clicking the share button, and commenting on your videos. And then social signals. And that's people sharing your videos on YouTube. So here's like 3 strategies for how you can do this to your videos. The first one is you want to add real value, right? Like really your content value is more important than your production value. People, when they're typing in those searches, are not necessarily looking like, is your lighting fancy? Is your audio awesome and perfect? They're curious, like, do you have good content? Like, I'm asking a question. Are you helping me? And that's all you got to do. Be real, be authentic, and just add real content. Make the kind of videos that would deliver the value you would want to get. Next is you want to invite engagement. As simple as asking for it. Like, hey, if you appreciated this video, click the like button, consider subscribing, and maybe there's somebody you want to share it with. That's like verbally, you on camera, you making eye contact, inviting engagement on your videos. And then the third one is you want to share it everywhere. The first 24 hours is the most critical. And so share it literally everywhere, like all your different social media, email it to your list and share it everywhere. Those are the top 3 factors to get your video ranked. Now, step 5, and these are the 5 steps, right? Is you repeat that process. And if you repeat that process over and over and over again, that was how, as I was kind of showing you, that was how you create a library of ranked videos that builds your influence, income, and impact 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right? And so right now you might be like, okay, whoa, like that was a ton of information. I feel like this guy, I can't even believe this picture is real, to be honest. But, drinking from a fire hose, right? That was a lot of information. I know there was a lot to go through, and we are going to get to Q&A. So remember, if you're joining this webinar, learnyoutubetoday.com. In the Facebook comments, Heather, we can grab your questions down there, post your questions. You could tweet them as well, wherever you are, YouTube. And we're going to get to the Q&A and the gift in just a second. But I really know that you can do this. Like we talked about all the opportunity on YouTube. Now's the time. And briefly, I just want to share with you a way that you can 10x your results. And we'll get to Q&A in just a second. Give you a shortcut, like really the shortcut to do all that and really 10x your results with YouTube. And what it's called is it's called Video Ranking Academy. It's an online course and it's a community that will get you the proven system for ranking your videos, growing your audience, and turning your views into income. Now, let me be clear. Like everything I shared is going to work. Like go do that. But if you want the shortcut, this is basically what it is. Video Ranking Academy is getting your videos ranked in search, period. And these are some like current Video Ranking Academy members right here. This is Nush, starting a beauty channel, right? And we say like, oh, it's so competitive. And it is. Like, I'm not denying there's not a lot of beauty channels, but she has been crushing it. Here's her video. It's this is a kind of a little bit older screenshot. This video is like just completely exploded her channel ranking. This is Justin, who's in like the faith and fitness space. His video ranking #1, building his income. His channel is growing. It's crazy. This is Carla. She's like personal development. She's a speaker. And here's her video ranking in those top 3 spots, right? These are the coveted spots. And sometimes people say like, I don't know if this will work like in every niche, right? Will this work for every category or topic? But these are some of my favorite people in the world. This is Tommy and Patty, and they have a homesteading and farming channel called Alderman Farms. Here's their video ranking #1. They're about to cross 10,000 subscribers, building their income out with multiple different income strategies, crushing it. This is Rachel. She's got an art channel. And this current video, she did this video on Harry Potter wand tutorial, and it's just been blowing up, like 12 views per hour, right? So like while we were watching this, like her video is getting 12 views per hour. She was just sharing in the private Facebook group how Video Ranking Academy has just been helping her, rank these videos and get these results. This is Heather. She's got a homeschool channel. Yes, the same Heather that you are talking to if you're asking questions right now. And it's a brand new channel. She's only put out 3 videos, but she's already ranked videos. But here's what's crazy. And this is kind of some of the stuff we talk about in Video Ranking Academy. She's been getting free products to review. Brands are reaching out to her, And even very big blogs with big influence are reaching out to her to give her platform so she could share her messaging because of ranked videos and because of the strategies that she's learned in this group. So what exactly is Video Ranking Academy? Well, it's a proven step-by-step system of how to create and rank videos on YouTube. It's how to come up with video ideas that will dominate your niche, and it goes into advanced strategies. It's how to quickly build income with YouTube using multiple monetization strategies. And so how cool would it be to get views and leads on YouTube on autopilot every single day? To get a boost of motivation that you need to finally get moving, to generate real passive income for your family and to create more freedom in your life and in your business. It'd be amazing, right? And so what's included is you get 7 core Video Ranking Academy modules. It's over 30 videos. And then you also get the 7 core study guides and checklist. And inside the system, I wanted to actually just take you inside. So this is the members area that you'll get instant access to today enrolling in Video Ranking Academy. And so we go through here. There's actually a quick start module. That's how to quickly start making money on YouTube. Goes into like setting up affiliate accounts and some strategies there. But the first module is all about reverse engineering your YouTube success. That's your branding. That's starting with the end in mind. Then we go into research and we go into some advanced stuff, coming up with video ideas. Not just that one tool, but multiple different tools for how to come up with video ideas. You can see these are videos inside of Video Ranking Academy. Module 3 is the ultimate video framework. And we break that down into how to make the perfect video, what to say, how to really do those call to actions right. Then in module 4, it's how to release your video the right way, going through all the step-by-step, really over my shoulder of how to get your video optimized, title, tags, description, and advanced stuff there. Then we have, ranking your video, and we go through the signals, we go through advanced ranking and ranking strategies. But probably the coolest thing here is you can watch me rank a video in real time, where I just post a video. It was actually a few weeks ago. So like this works today, right? And I just go through the steps, go through that, and then boom, you can see that the video ranks and still ranks today. And then in module 6, we go through rapid revenue. This is the 10 different ways to make money on YouTube, the best ways. We talked a little bit about affiliate marketing on like YouTube ads on here. We go through 10 different ways. And then we go through repeat and rocket to success. These are the strategies for going to the distance. It's not just repeat, but it's really for how to save time, potentially delegate this to a team or outsource it. All these different ways for just going further, faster, and making this sustainable. And then there's some other stuff, but we'll just keep going because I really want to get to your questions. And so you also today in Video Ranking Academy, you get access to the Video Ranking Academy Facebook group. Now, this has been awesome. And this is actually what most people say. This is actually their favorite thing because you get quality answers fast. If you hit any roadblock, you come up against anything, Heather's there, I'm there, as well as a super supportive group of influencers that are crushing it. You also get industry updates because the space is changing all the time, right? So if anything changes, you're always getting the latest tips, strategies, what's working, as well as connection with influencers inside of the private Facebook group. So I'm sure you're wondering, what's the investment to get into Video Ranking Academy? Well, there's a couple different ways you could go. Like if you wanted to do this, again, the content in this webinar, you could go do it and it's going to work. And you also could, try to figure all of this out on your own. And I've been, over the last 7 years, like I said, just diving into this, but you could try trial and error, and that's going to take time. And how much is your time worth? Maybe you have time right now. Perfect. You could try to invest money and try to get free information there. And then there's the opportunity cost. It's probably the most valuable, right? Because that's like, we know there's this huge surge happening over the next 4 years. And this is the shortcut to jump into that. So this path is just, your time and your money and just missed opportunities. And just kind of for perspective, right now, 1-day training on me, which really you get more than that inside of Video Ranking Academy, is $5,000 to do a 1-day training where I come in and I work with individuals or teams starting at. And then there's like the college or university route. You could do like a 1 year working on like a video marketing degree. And, at like a school, Full Sail, or even just like a local college or something to work in video marketing, online marketing. It's gonna cost like $35,000 to $45,000 in, college loans or whatever. And And so that's, you know, what that would cost. And you're not necessarily going to get a proven path. Like you might learn a lot of tactics and different things, but not just like a shortcut strategy right to what works, right? That's what Video Ranking Academy is. It's the shortcut to success. So as you can see, the 7 core modules, all of the checklists and the process maps and the private Facebook group would be easily valued at over $3,500, right? But of course, that's not what Video Ranking Academy is going to cost. The retail price for Video Ranking Academy, now that we've built it out, now that it's at completion, is $997. But today, and I want to give a special, because you're on this webinar, you're hanging out with me, that you could get into Video Ranking Academy for $147 today, plus 2 additional payments of $147. And if you want to jump into this webinar special, limited time, you could get in at videorankingacademy.com. Now, we'll get into questions in just a second. But if you do want to jump into videorankingacademy.com, $147 today, or we also have, you can pay in full and you can receive a discount to get everything that we just laid out in Video Ranking Academy. Plus, there's actually a few cool bonuses that I want to share with you as well. So when you take action today and you jump in to Video Ranking Academy, you get a couple bonuses. The first is you actually get a guide that we put together called the 51 money making ideas. So not just the 10 we talk about in the guide, but this is actually 51 legit, not weird, you know, not like hype filled, like real things to really give you more than enough ideas to generate income through YouTube. Little known affiliate programs, ideas in every single niche and category. You'll also get the ultimate title formulas guide. So besides the training there, it's like a checklist. So you could pick from 7 different plug and play title formulas. So you always can just go to the shortcut of exactly how to title your videos so that they rank and they get views. You'll also get the video gear buyer's guide plus a training video. And in the training video, I go through 10 strategies of how to save literally hundreds, honestly, thousands of dollars in gear. Probably the biggest mistake I see a lot of people make is they actually waste a ton of money, hundreds, thousands of dollars, just buying gear they don't need. And when it comes to their video gear and things like that. So you'll get that as well. And of course, Video Ranking Academy is entirely risk-free. You can jump in today, videorankingacademy.com, and you can, and for 30 days to check it out, see if it's right for you. And if not, well, you can get 100% of your money back. We back our guarantee 100%. You enroll in, you know, college and you get college debt. What's crazy is that's actually unforgivable. It's not risk-free, right? You might know that, but your enrollment to Video Ranking Academy is completely risk-free. And also, as an exclusive webinar bonus, just to thank you for being here and just for this opportunity right here, you can, you will get a private group Q&A coaching call with me. And so these have almost been completely phased out, you know, as we get busy, we're doing different things. And so, but that personal time where you can ask me anything, get specific coaching in a group setting. We do video, we do channel reviews, and just share the latest tactics and strategies. So jump into Video Ranking Academy today at videorankingacademy.com. And, you know, invest in yourself and seize this opportunity of all this explosive growth that's happening with YouTube. It's the shortcut. It's the proven system. And you could get access, right? For $147, just one payment of $147 today will get you in, and you can do the payments option, or there's also the pay in full, and you can receive a discount. And then as soon as we've hit our limit of the webinar specials, we'll close it down. Or we'll also, if you're watching this on the replay, this replay is coming down in a few days. And so when the replay comes down, it'll just go back to the regular price. So take action now to get those webinar specials before we hit that deadline. You know, just to share a couple of things that people have said, these are real results, real people. And you'll meet these people in the Facebook group. Simply Sherry, home and lifestyle. So my affiliate income grew 600% in 1 month because of VRA. Yes. Jabin is a growth. He sent me a picture of the growth of his channel, and where it was kind of flat was before Video Ranking Academy. And then where it spikes up is when he started to implement these strategies. And he says, I've been able to not only rank my videos well, but surpass mega channels and reach the #1 spot for my YouTube search terms. Nush, you saw her, quickly reached over 1,900 subscribers and started making sales. Awesome. Steve's actually a real estate agent using this for business. And I've been able to double my video viewership and increase the income in my business, crushing it. And so for a little under $5 a day, right? For the cost of really a coffee, you could, what would it be worth to finally get a YouTube channel that's actually growing and making money? To get the boost of motivation to finally get you moving and getting a channel that is crushing it. And it'll get you, to allow you to generate real passive income for your family. One of the things that I really pride myself on and inside of Video Ranking Academy is that members are getting results. Like they're making income, like they're building their passive income. They're crushing it with affiliates. Their channels are growing. This is real, right? And how to get your message to more people. Would it be worth it? I mean, could you make that happen? I know you could, right? And so take action today, get a head start, save years of testing, experimenting, thousands of dollars invested in learning, hundreds of hours of study. That's all that I've put into, and you get it in a step-by-step academy and community called Video Ranking Academy. I'm locking this enrollment price. It will never be at this price again. It only goes up from here. And you do have 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. And so your enrollment is completely risk-free. I cannot wait to get into questions. I'm going to see Heather over here sharing those, and want to congratulate a couple new members. Chad, awesome to have you join Video Ranking Academy. Sarah, so awesome to have you inside of Video Ranking Academy. Thank you for investing in yourself and investing in your business and your brand. And so videorankingacademy.com. And thanks so much for being on learnyoutubetoday.com. I'm ready to hang out. We've got your questions queued up. What I want to see from you is in the Facebook comments below, you could post your questions. You can use the hashtag LearnYouTube16. Tweet us the questions. We'll find them there, and Heather's going to tee those up for me. But seriously, just kind of, final thoughts. And I want to just thank you for, being here on this webinar and investing your time in this learning. And I also am excited for you to just implement all these strategies, because you're going to get results. But if Video Ranking Academy is right for you, you could jump in at videorankingacademy.com and really see this opportunity to just get the shortcut, to step in and to get results and build your income, influence, and impact faster than ever before. This course is kind of like, it feels like a child to me. It's like if just put, all of my heart into it. I know you'll see it inside the members area. And so I'm excited for those who are joining. All right, let's get into questions right now. You're using the hashtag LearnYouTube16, and Ivan asks, do you encourage people to set high goals for themselves on YouTube or small ones? Oh, that's really good, Ivan. I think you should have like a scary goal, like a medium goal, and then like a low goal, like you could hit it. So I think your low goal would be like, I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Your medium is like 2,500, but your high is like 10,000. And honestly, Ivan, there's a book I like. It's called the 10X Rule. And what it is if you were to take your goal and just multiply it by 10, what then kind of actions, what kind of behaviors would it take to hit the 10X? And if you do that, here's what's powerful is you're not going to beat yourself up if you fall short, if you set it at like 1,000. But what kind of actions, make your behaviors, your actions, the way you are investing in your learning, the way you're taking actions, the way you're creating videos to shoot for that 10X mark. And then you only hit 3,500. Well, you just completely crushed that small goal, right? And so that's where I think the power of a big goal is, but not having it like, again, you fall short from it, but it's still a lot better. Like if you want to make $10,000 a year, so instead you multiply it to 10X that, 100,000. And then you only hit 60 and you're like, awesome. You know what I mean? Like that was a lot more. And so I think kind of having multiple levels of goals. Josh asks, I speak Spanish and English, and I want to know your opinion about a bilingual channel. I don't think you should do a bilingual channel. I think you should figure out who is your target audience and what language do they speak. And so if you're trying to reach English-speaking people, then your channel should be in English. If you are trying to crush it and be, an influencer to Spanish-speaking people, then your channel should be Spanish. If you try to do both, then you kind of like, it's weird because half your videos or whatever you're doing are not reaching half of your audience. So I think clarity on who your audience is and then building your channel around that. Rafi says, any time management tips? I have a full-time job and limited time, and I'm having a hard time finding the time to film and edit. That's a great question. And I think I would encourage you with a couple of things. First, that everybody, most people that I know, I can't think of really examples of people that started YouTube before they were had influence or anything, that didn't have to do it as a side hustle. And so it takes a lot of work. Like, it is a grind. Like, this is not, something that doesn't take hustle, doesn't take time. And so I think that if you're not really in love with it, that it starts with being so motivated that you'll put in the extra time. Maybe give up leisure, for a season, that you say, instead of doing these hobbies and doing this leisure, I love this enough and I want to do this enough that I'm going to put in the extra hustle. Time management tips, though, is that batch producing. And so if you shot 4 videos at a time and then released 1 a week, now you have a weekly show, but you only have 1 shoot day a month. And if you then edited them all in a batch, maybe you can kind of systematize it. That'll help. And then I think just what gets scheduled gets done, making it a priority to schedule shoot days, edit days, and then just put in the hustle, man. And I applaud you for doing it, because here's the thing. If you're watching this webinar right now, I know that you're different than 99% of the world. 99% of the world has settled. Honestly, they've given up on their dreams. I love the quote that says, don't let somebody who's given up on their dreams talk you out of yours. And so it does take work. And I applaud you for being willing to hustle, being willing to build, being willing to put in the extra time it takes to do this. Raphael asks, in regards to what's being taught in Video Ranking Academy, is the majority of income coming from affiliate links or AdSense? That's a great question. And so if you're interested in learning more about Video Ranking Academy, go to videorankingacademy.com, and the webinar special is happening for a very limited time. And what it's talking about is actually different for everybody. Let me tell you my story. My story is affiliate income. I've built a full-time income off of affiliate income, actually specifically Amazon. So Amazon alone is full-time for my family and I. And then I also do about 10 to 20 other affiliate programs. That's bonus. AdSense, that's bonus. And then there's actually multiple ways. I go through different ways. Like, eventually, once you have influence and you've built it out a little bit, maybe it's speaking, maybe it's creating courses. It's all kinds of different ways. So Video Ranking Academy actually trains you in all of that. And so it's very comprehensive. But here's the cool thing. Some people, Video Ranking Academy is working because they make their money off speaking. And so they just want to build their influence there. And that's, it's not even a matter of AdSense or affiliate marketing. You saw Steve, he's a real estate agent. And so it works across the board. And I think, jump in, check it out, check out that revenue module, and you'll see that there's multiple different ways as far as where the majority of your income is coming from. Now, the tip is, I don't think for most people, AdSense will ever be enough of a substantial, which meaning if you're watching this, that's YouTube ads where the ads pop on your videos, unless you get to 1 million or more views a month, you won't have a full-time income off of AdSense. Thus, you definitely want to diversify your revenue streams. Great question. And hey, if you're just joining, we're talking about questions right now. You can post your questions in the Facebook comments. On Twitter, use the hashtag LearnYouTubeToday.com. And we are running a webinar special. If you want to check this out, Video Ranking Academy. You could go for $147 today to get started, plus 2 additional payments. You could get access to all of Video Ranking Academy, private Facebook group, and everything. You can check that out, and there's more information on that page there. And also, let's jump into questions. All right. Russell from Twitter asks, do you have any lighting tips for those people who wear glasses? Yes. I actually use a ring light a lot, and unfortunately, because that's center and it kind of is it shoots, like this, it reflects in glasses. So for glasses, I recommend 2 soft boxes, and then you adjust them and you move them out and up and then you actually too, you'll notice, even if you're watching TV, you'll notice with the really good TV lights, if the way you move your head kind of matters. So then you give yourself a range where you can kind of be in here. and the lighting is up there, and then the lights will not be in the reflection in your glasses. So like 2 soft boxes up here, and you could get like a softbox light kit on Amazon for like the Limo Studio one might be like $60. Angela, is it possible to have a variety channel rather than a niche, or do you have to pick a niche? Angela, I think you should pick a niche. Now, some people use the example of famous YouTubers who are like they are their personal brand, and they talk about whatever they want. That is possible, but that is rare. I like to call, certain people, they're unicorns. They're uncommon. They do exist, but they're not very common. You don't see them every day. Cool thing about Video Ranking Academy, and I think what I'm passionate about, is being really pragmatic and making this relevant for anybody. But if it is going to be relevant, I think to stand out, you definitely want to be in a niche. Like, how are you different in the world of just all the different channels and options out there? And if you try to reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. And so people usually, if they land on your YouTube channel, will make a judgment about what your channel is about in 5 to 10 seconds. So you have about 5 to 10 seconds to qualify what your channel is about if they're in the right place. If I'm flipping through, cable stations, and I go on to ESPN and it's Sports Center, I instantly know this is sports. And so I'm either into it or I'm not. And then if I flip over to my wife's, favorite channel, HGTV, House Hunters International, those small, tiny homes with the trailers, right? I flip onto that. Like, I know what that is. And if I wanted to watch cartoons, that's not that. And so I really encourage people to think of their YouTube channel as like a cable network. And so you could have variety, but at least with the clarity of, if it's the cooking channel, it's all cooking, right? And so it's the food network, that's like a niche at least. And then even double niche, it's good. But, sports. And so if you think about it like a network, but if it's too general, it is really hard to stand out. And so I always encourage people to niche down. Mike from Twitter says, should I monetize videos from the beginning or wait till I have a certain amount of subscribers? You should wait. We started Video Influencers, Benji and I, we waited for about a year and a half before we turned on YouTube ads. 2 reasons. Number one, it's really not even that significant. You shouldn't start YouTube trying to make money initially. Number one, it shouldn't be your number one motivation, but number two, it shouldn't, it's going to be so insignificant. Like if you're like, I need this to live on, the 24 cents and then the $24 you get from AdSense is not going to make a difference in your living, circumstances. So you have to have some sort of a hustle going on, a side hustle. Thus, I would wait. Your goal is to build an audience, to break through, to kind of make a ruckus, to get kind of critical mass and momentum, and then flip the switch when it's actually, a little bit substantial. Ashley from Twitter asks, when you're first starting out, should you show your amount of subscribers? I don't know if that matters too much. I think you could turn it off. Maybe 1,000's a good target for showing, but I think content is what matters, right? Again, rank your videos in search. If somebody types in a search question, you show up and then you just deliver value to that person. Keep in mind that person doesn't know you yet. So they're not curious about how many subscribers you have. They're curious about their question. And if you deliver, that's the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of them potentially, following you long-term, subscribing, and then you'll build like a real loyal tribe. And if all those videos are based in a niche, then it's even better because then it stacks in one direction. Where the problem, if someone showed up on your channel for how to do makeup tips, and then over here you're doing cooking tutorials, and then you like sports over here, someone who subscribed, they wanted one thing, they just unsubscribed because you were doing so much different stuff that wasn't really on brand and focused. And so then you'll grow. And I think it'll really come down to creating content that adds value. Hey, if you got questions, I'm so pumped to be hanging out. We've got Learn YouTube Today is the hashtag, and we can see your questions, post them in the Facebook comments below. And then also, I want to share something cool with you. VideoRankingAcademy.com if you want to jump in here. But let me see here. Oh yeah. So Learn YouTube Today.com is where you're watching. Facebook comments below. We'd love to hear your questions about anything. If you want to get started at Video Ranking Academy, it's VideoRankingAcademy.com. and then use the hashtag Learn YouTube Today all across social media, Instagram, Twitter. If you got any value out of this workshop or this webinar, let me know. Like tweet me or tweet out or post like a review below. Like it was terrible. It was average. It was, whatever. Like, and I would love to just hear your feedback. Like, let me know your feedback, and then we can see your comment, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, at Learn, using the hashtag Learn YouTube Today. And then I also want you to see this. Over the next couple days, I want you to join me if you want. You have more questions. I'm going to be doing some Facebook Live broadcasts on my Facebook page, Sean Thinks. So it's facebook.com/Sean Thinks. And on those live broadcasts, we'll do more Q&A. I'm actually going to be sharing more tips and strategies to really help you with your YouTube results. Most days over the next couple of days should be around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or between 9 and noon. And I'll kind of advertise out on social media a little bit of a heads up of when those are going to be happening. So that'll be a chance, if we don't get to your question today or something, to do that. All right, we are doing questions. I hope you're doing well. And let me open up this question thing. Here we go. All right. Stu says, vloggers seem like a realm of their own. What are your tips and suggestions for getting vlogs ranked? Great question. We have vloggers inside of Video Ranking Academy. Here's the tip. 2 different kinds of videos. Like, this is the strategy. You've got, if you're vlogging 7 days a week, daily vlogs. Oh, let me talk about that first. Your opportunity as a vlogger is to transition some of your vlogs into search-related types of videos. I would suggest tours and reviews. And here's what I mean. If you go to Disneyland, you do like a Disneyland tour. You do a Utah Mount Zion tour. My wife and I vlogged for a while. And so I think if you type in like Las Vegas horseback riding, like we still rank for that because it was something we did. And so it's unlimited. That's what's cool about as a vlogger, restaurants, tours, stuff you're doing, and you could rank for those terms. Then you want to really lead with value alongside of that. So, because the problem is if like, you're like, it's Las Vegas horseback riding, but you don't get to that right away. And you do like 10 minutes so like you're making certain videos to be like hooks. The other thing I'd recommend, especially if you're doing like 7 days a week, is to cut down and do less days and create like hook videos. The way a lot of vloggers have grown is sometimes they've had like a viral video that's just like, kids singing to like a Disney song, or just like, some sort of a dancing thing. And so you have to be thinking about ways you're going to get discovered. And I would call those like hook videos. And then ranking videos becomes extremely relevant for that. And then at the end of that, you're saying, hey, I hope you like this video. Normally we vlog 5 days a week and we're all about, fitness, family, friends, and faith, and having like a clear vision as to like why your channel is happening. And then build off those hook videos, realizing your vlogs are to serve the audience that you already have, to entertain, to inspire, to encourage people who are already subscribed. But the question is, how are you going to find people who aren't subscribed and don't know you yet? And just also too, talking about Video Ranking Academy, we talk about ranked videos, but I didn't even go through, there's a whole set of modules that are like growth hacking with social media. And then we do in-depth training of like, how to just really grind on social and reach people to grow your channel. Not in a weird way, not in a comment on other people's channels and say, go watch my channel. Don't do that, but in a very organic way that works. Jacob asks, do you share your YouTube link and other social media sites so that you increase your YouTube search results? Yes. So when you release a video, you want to go crazy on social. You want to share it everywhere. And one of those ranking signals is just, hey, is anybody else talking about you? And even if nobody else is talking about you, you could be talking about yourself. What do I mean? Is like your Twitter is a social signal. Like if you tweet your YouTube link, your Facebook, your Google Plus, your all these other social network sites. So yes, so you share it around. And then you also share it though, not just like in an inorganic way, but also really generating on social media is important too, to increase your search results. Thanks so much for the question, Jacob. And thanks so much for still hanging out. We still got people hanging out on the webinar. Thanks for being here. If you're just joining, we're doing Q&A, and I would love to jump in to your questions. If you have a question, you can tweet us with the hashtag LearnYouTube16, or you can send us a question in the Facebook page on the page below here. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks so much for watching. Great to have you here. Jonathan asks, when it comes to sponsors interested in making a video endorsing them, do you base your price on potential amount of views that each video will reach? What's a common practice? That's a good question. So there's sites, there's a couple different ways, right? You work directly with a brand. You can usually get more money when you do that. Or you go to a site like famebit.com, FAMEBIT.com, famebit.com. And you can get, they connect brands with sponsors, and it's a predetermined range. So you sign up there, and it'll say like, we'll pay you between $200 to $500, and then you like bid on it, and then they either approve it or not. And so then you can pretty much determine how much, if you're comfortable with it. And then what I would check out is socialbluebook.com. That'll also give you a framework, socialbluebook.com. Type in connect it to your different channels. That'll actually give you a cool thing that you can share of what you charge, prices you could charge. You could screenshot that and share that with brands as well. The overall tip here is that usually influencer marketing right now and YouTube marketing is way underpriced for the value that brands are getting. So know your value. And Benji from Video Influencers is really smart in this space. And so tweet him up on Twitter. He is really good at helping you like understand your value. And you can search a video on YouTube. Should you join an MCN or not? Kind of goes into this, knowing your value. He's got one on there that's very, very valuable. Hey, want to congratulate new members of Video Ranking Academy, Jennifer, Marie, Trina. Thanks so much for signing up. If you are curious about jumping into Video Ranking Academy, the details are, and we're going to keep doing Q&A here, but just in case you're joining, you can learn all about Video Ranking Academy. Thanks so much for people who are jumping in, investing in themselves, into building their influence, income, and impact with online video, taking the shortcut to getting results on YouTube. You can get started. This webinar special is happening for a very, very limited time at videorankingacademy.com. $147 today, plus 2 payments, or there's a discount if you pay in full. And we have a limited number of these that we're doing, and then we're also going to take this down. So if this is still up and you're watching this, this is still available. But if you go to Video Ranking Academy, you'll see that it says webinar special. Once that is gone, it's gone. So very limited time to jump into this. And I want to thank you for guys for signing up. I cannot wait to see you inside of the members area and inside of the private Facebook group as well. We're doing your questions. We are on a live hangout, and I hope you could see me. I hope you could hear me. If you are watching this, tweet out something about it. Send something out. Like, let me know what you thought. On a scale from 1 to 10, was this webinar valuable? Tweet and use the hashtag LearnYouTube16. All right. Carl says, should I do paid advertising to further rank a video, or can it be done successfully without buying ads? It could be done without buying ads. Yeah. And paid advertising is potentially something to invest in, but I would almost wait. My thought is, depending on, I'm not sure what your business is, Carl. Like maybe you have business, and so maybe the shortest path is paid ads. But I would really wait until like you have something. So like for most, paid ads is a strategy you can use, and we do a little bit with that. But we wanted to like get momentum first, and then use paid ads as like gasoline to a fire that's already burning. Not using paid ads to try to start the fire. And I hope that analogy kind of was clear, is that put in the hustle to build an audience, people who are engaged and are interested. And then once that's happening though, paid ads can then just kind of 10x that. Johan asks, my channel is Swedish. Is there any difference in strategies if the channel is in another language than English? No. The key is you'd want to be ranking for those search terms in Swedish, if that's your target audience. Now, if it is actually English, then the strategies are the same, either or. But I don't like it all comes down to like a lot of alignment. So some people even talk about how you can transcribe your videos, which is valuable, how you can have them in different languages, which is valuable. But at the end of the day, you can't have two different titles on your YouTube videos. And so like the exact search term title in English is what you want to rank for in English. And so if you wanted to rank that in Swedish, I would be a new video, really on probably a new channel, different title to show up there. So there's probably some people who could maybe try to hybrid that, but here's the point. Alignment is key. Not trying to reach everybody with one piece of content, but like being niche and specific with content and then ranking that specific content for that specific question. Hope that helped. Thanks so much for the question. JP Love from Twitter. What's a good way to find other YouTubers to create relationships, especially when you're under 100 subs? I think just getting out there and hustling social media, depending on where you live, meetup.com. I've found people that way, word of mouth, especially if you meet one person, always ask them to introduce you to another person. There is a new collab site that's happening. That's pretty cool. It's escaping my mind. Tweet me, actually. Send me a tweet later and I'll send you a link to my friend's site who just started a cool collab site, FameBit. Now you have under 100 subs, but like eventually you can sign up for FameBit. They have a collab option, but really I feel like, and then actually probably events, investing in going to VidCon playlist, the European versions of those. VidCon's now going international. Live events are like by and large the best way to get the most concentrated group of people around any passion or topic, and to make real human connections that go so much deeper as it pertains to collabs than what can happen on the internet. However, you could definitely do it on the internet. Do Google Hangouts with people. There's a lot of opportunities. All right. Love Shar, how do you get views as a Christian YouTuber, as it's difficult to research topics to talk about? I want it to be organic. I think actually there's a ton of topics, and I think that's a huge opportunity. I think that arena is gigantic. I think doing Video Ranking Academy, there's a couple people probably doing similar to what you're doing in Video Ranking Academy. And here's what I think we can sometimes do. I think we get into like scarcity thinking, and it seems impossible. It seems crowded, and it seems like there's no way to break through. But what we constantly discover, and what people inside of Video Ranking Academy discover too, they're like, I tapped it out. There's nothing else. Like there's no, and what we are always looking for is we're looking for like more angles, more ways, more topics, categories of topics. For instance, like, maybe you're reviewing Christian books, and then maybe you over here talking about different topics pertaining to the Bible, but then maybe over here talking about politics. Maybe you don't want to go there. Maybe over here you're talking about, family. I mean, and then you actually start seeing, you're like, whoa, actually, like there's massive, opportunity in every niche and category. That's probably one of the cool things about Video Ranking Academy. Or if it's not the right time for you there, just engaging with some of our Facebook lives. There's a Facebook live on facebook.com/Sean Thinks. If you go to one of the old ones, it's archived, about how to come up with video ideas. I really encourage you watch that, because you will then have like an abundance of video ideas. And so check that out. Okay. Will, would you suggest I do with 100+ videos that I already have up if I don't have satisfactory amount of views? There's a couple things. One, you could re-optimize some of the old videos, like according to some of the principles and strategies I just was talking about. Here's the other thing though that I'd be encouraged by. Like moving forward, you can crush it. And even if you feel like after 100 videos, you don't have a lot of views, you've learned a ton. You're better today than when you started. You're smarter today than when you started. And I don't think you want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's not getting results. But pivot now and realize one of the things that YouTube rewards is channel authority. So when you've been that consistent and when you have all that channel authority, that's good. So you're in a great spot, but work on everything. And I encourage you to just go as pro as possible. Work on your branding. How's the overall branding of your channel? Keep learning. Like, I've learned how to use Photoshop and make better branding, or work with somebody who could like help me with really having a strong brand. Always working on myself, always working on my videos. But then just going from where you were. I mean, actually, it's kind of funny. I think if you go to Think Media TV, it's actually Sean Thinks, and you go to the first video, it's ridiculous. And I leave it up there. And I'm just kind of like, my energy. I feel like I'm not even the same person, but I continue to work on, myself and continue to grow my channel. So build forward, like keep growing, keep learning, pivot if you need to, and then keep posting, but always seek to get 1% better every single day. And then a year later, you'll be entirely in a different spot. And so I hope some of those tips help. Want to congratulate Eileen for jumping into Video Ranking Academy. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see you inside of the members area. It's cool to get, I'm getting notifications of people that want to jump in the Facebook group who have just jumped on. And so Video Ranking Academy, again, not to just, belabor the point, but there is a huge opportunity right now. Investing in this, I would say, investing in a new camera is not the difference. That it's not going to make a difference in your YouTube channel. Investing in even some lighting or something, yeah, it can help your videos look better, but your strategy is everything. And so really just getting a proven path, a shortcut, and just biting the bullet to just say, I'm going to, make the sacrifice now so that the next 4 years of this massive growth and this wave that's happening, so I can ride that. And so videorankingacademy.com, you can learn some more information out there. If you got some questions, I am so pumped to answer those. You can use the hashtag LearnYouTube16, and we'll see your questions on Twitter. I'd love to hear what you think in the Facebook comments. If you have some questions, post them down there. Send me a message on social media. I'm at Sean Cannell everywhere, and would love to connect with you more. And also, I really do want you to be able to be a part of this. And so connect with me. You ready? Here it comes. On facebook.com/Sean Thinks. We're going to be doing some Facebook Lives over the next couple days. And we're going to be talking about more topics, tips on how to come up with video ideas, specific tips on video marketing, take you behind the scenes and showing you. I flip the camera and I show you ranking videos and tips and strategies around there. And so next couple days, facebook.com/Sean Thinks. And if you like that page, you should get notifications. You can go to the little thing where you could say, click the drop down window and say receive notifications from the page. That way you'll know when I'm going live. So it's if you go under like and you click, drop down, and then learn YouTube 16. And we're going to keep talking on those themes. Are you doing good? I'm doing good. I'm sipping on some grapefruit LaCroix. Cheers. Pumped to answer your questions and pumped to hang out a little bit more. If you're watching on the replay, thanks for being here. Use the hashtag to post some questions. And I'm going to take a 20-second break here to breathe. And how you doing? You doing good? Vibe breaks. Feels. All right, we are jumping into questions. We're on the live webinar. This is live or it's a replay. We're doing Q&A. And so post your question in the comments. Now's the time. Let's talk about it. Let's brainstorm. Let's mastermind your channel. Let's 10x your YouTube results. Let's grow your influence, income, and impact with online video. PBN Kelly from Twitter asks, what would you say are some of the best niches right now? Wow, great question. Okay, so I actually have a video, and I encourage you can check it out on Video Influencers. It talks about, you really do want your YouTube channel to be the alignment of your passion, but also your proficiency, like what you're actually good at. And then also if it's profitable, if you want to turn it into a side part-time or full-time income. So if you're passionate about cooking and then you actually have some experience and you're good at cooking, and then of course it's profitable, people want to see it, YouTube views, cookbooks, so many different things. You're like, okay, that's a good niche. The alignment of those three things is usually like the target of what you want to go after, because the problem is if you're really not passionate about it, even if you succeed, then you're like, what have I built? I mean, success can become a burden. However, if you're coming from a strategic standpoint, it's a phenomenal question to ask, that maybe you do find where all those things align. A couple of huge opportunities I'd say right now. Number one, I actually think tech channels have a huge opportunity. The tech space seems like it's crowded, but here's why it's not. I live in Las Vegas, and every year I'm going to, and our team is going to National Association of Broadcasters, which is like video cameras, TV, broadcasting, but also digital. And then CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. These shows are massive. CES was almost 200,000 people, and that's like business reps, all these companies. It's actually like, it's like a 7-day thing, and it's not possible, I think they say. If you literally just try to walk, if you spent 5 minutes at each booth over all 7 days, you couldn't even see all the booths. What's the point? The point that space is exploding so big that if you carve out a niche, something specific inside of tech and digital, then you can really build something significant. And it naturally is something that lends itself to, affiliate marketing or working with brands. And here's what I'm finding is that literally thousands of companies can't even get all their stuff reviewed. Like they can't even get all their videos made about all their stuff because there's just not enough, even with all the current tech YouTubers. So tech would be a space. I think combos are a space. And I think combos, as far as niching down, an example would be like epic mealtime. So that's cooking plus a new angle. So I would say comboing up niches in a unique way is always a way to do it. There's a great site called Nerd Fitness. I'm not sure if they have a YouTube channel, but what is it? Fitness plus, nerd fitness. Like if you're like a gamer and you associate yourself with geek or nerd culture, combo niches are ultra, ultra powerful. So you take your two things and create a brand that's fitness plus this, that's food plus this, that's personal development for this specific thing. And then I think, I think there's a lot of different opportunities. I like that idea too. Heather, we should make that a Facebook Live topic. It's 5 to 10 awesome niches to jump into right now. The Ox in the Shop says, is it good or bad to go back and change video titles after it's been posted for a while? You should do it. Here's when you shouldn't do it. You should install vidIQ. And if your video is getting no results, it's completely plateaued. It's at 10 views today, and next week it's at 10 views. Then look, you cannot hurt it. Like you're not going to, it's, like anything you do to it, it's not going to, it's not growing. It's getting absolutely no views. So you might as well, if it is getting any kind of results at all, and you go to your YouTube statistics and it has some growth, I wouldn't even mess with it. If it's producing any kind of growth for you, don't mess with it. Kalani asks, what is usually eye-catching about thumbnails and what makes them clickable? I think all the usual things, but there are some like studies that have been done on this. Eye contact, and actually having faces and eyes in thumbnails make them clickable. Of course, something shocking, if it's like, it's just provocative and you like kind of want to see more, like you would not believe what happened. And then I think, titling up your title and your thumbnail, especially if it's like a vlog and you want to be entertaining. Not very much text. Mistakes people make: too much text, too small of text, too small of picture so you can't see the detail. I think remembering how small the real estate is. And I think if you type in like how to make a custom thumbnail for YouTube, I've got a good video that talks about using Canva for it. Probably ranks in like the top 3, depending on the exact way you word that. So how to make a custom thumbnail for YouTube. I actually go through not just like a cool online software to do it. That's really free. You can make high quality ones, but also a few tips. Several people have asked, should their channel name reflect the content of their channel? How important is the name of the channel? So it's a great question. And I think it should. Two options or multiple thoughts. Number one, you might be a personal brand. So there's in the entrepreneur space, there's like Gary Vaynerchuk, there's Brendon Burchard, there's Chalene Johnson, just to name a few. Their channel name is their name. And it doesn't give me any information about what they do. But now your opportunity to do that is on your channel cover, However, your channel name, a good channel name, can actually aid in ranking and also in just discoverability. I mean, across the board. So if you have a brand name like Nerd Fitness, drop the mic. Now that is a world-class brand name because it's 2 words and it lets you know like inherently what exactly it is. It's nerd fitness. Is there going to be fitness content? Yeah. Who's it for? Nerds. Like, it's like, okay, so that could really help some people. I don't necessarily, suggest you do this, but you could say Sean Cannell, and then you could add words. You could say, cooking tutorials for you. I don't really, it's not that clean, but so the answer is yes and no. But I think the bigger question is, what brand are you building? If we really want to get strategic about this, what is your brand goal? Like, what kind of brand do you want to build over the next 5 to 10 years, and reverse engineer thinking backwards from that. I hope that helped. Russell, is there a certain key time that videos should try to be like 3 to 5 minutes or 8 to 10 minutes? Wasn't sure if I should cut out some meat of my videos to keep them shorter. Love your question, Russell. And here's what I love about it is you should never cut out meat if it is meat. Your videos should be as long as they need to be, but as short as possible. So if you have 10 hours of meat, then 10 hours, that would be long, 10 minutes, then it should be 10 minutes long. But if the meat is really only 6 minutes, then cut the fluff. And so there's nothing wrong with making 30-minute training videos for a particular type of audience in front of a whiteboard, giving like a ton of strategic value. You're not trying to get viral video views. You just know who you're trying to reach. And there's value in the videos being longer. Also, if you can make longer form entertaining content, anything that just gets more minutes of watch time is better. But I like how you worded it. Keep the meat consistent. Like as long as it needs to be, if it's quality. But if it gets it all fluff or waffling or random, cut out the fluff. Keep it concise, but maybe concise for the amount of content is 15 minutes. Heather just posted the link to the thumbnail video in the group. You could check that out. If you want to ask a question, we're still hanging out on this live webinar, learnyoutubetoday.com. You could tweet us with the hashtag LearnYouTube16. And we have a couple more questions coming in. There is a limited time. Let me stress that now there's really never been a better time to be on YouTube, and there's never been a better time to jump in Video Ranking Academy. I've talked to a lot of people in the industry. People are crushing it, and they're just saying that's why the price has been constantly going up. That's why we're realizing how robust it is. When you get inside, you'll be like, whoa, this is like a college course. And as it pertains to this stuff, the amount of value here is insane. And if you don't think that's true, you have a total risk-free investment. But there's just never been a better time to jump into it. And so if there was a time to take the plunge, to jump in, now would be the time. And so we got a couple more questions. We're going to hang out. But if you want to get started with Video Ranking Academy today, it's at videorankingacademy.com. We stack on all these bonuses. You are going to get live hangouts with me, a live hangout to answer all your questions, plus the private Facebook group and everything that we do in there. And, you have a completely risk-free investment. So, if you're mapping the course for the next couple of years and YouTube is something you're taking seriously, this is the shortcut without question. This is the way to go further, faster. This is the way to not lose time and lose opportunity. videorankingacademy.com. Taking your questions, we have Clark. Should I have clickbait to make people click my videos, or will they dislike it for being clickbait? Such a great question, Clark. And just in case anyone's watching, you're not sure what clickbait is. Clickbait is like shocking video reveals Justin Bieber, naked. And then they click on the video and you're like, hey, what's up, guys? Sean here. And it's not Justin Bieber and it's not shocking. That would be like clickbait and then not even delivering on what it was. So the answer is actually yes and no, because we all know that we hate bad clickbait. But I think that clickbait strategies, the key is that you deliver on it, like that it's really that you show up and you deliver on it. I think you could go too far, meaning like, it's too hyped up and then you can't deliver on it. But I think that strategy, like really learning this, and we do talk about this at Video Ranking Academy a ton, is like learning good titles and learning like how to create interest and be provocative and speak language, you know, kind of to human psychology, and to speak to people that would want to, you know, be able to, you know, what's going to pull their interest. That's important. And then just delivering on it. But no, absolutely, they will click dislike if you do. In don't do it if it's not clickbait. If you say your video is about something and it's not about that, then you didn't deliver. So you want congruency from the title to the thumbnail to the content of the video, and you don't want to make basically promises you can't keep. Gareth says, thanks for the question, by the way. What should your first video be? Your intro video, your content, or both? Yeah, start posting videos. I don't even think it matters. Here's the reality. Your first video, here's the encouraging thing. Every YouTuber that you know, 100% of YouTubers, 100% of entrepreneurs or business owners using YouTube started with 0 subscribers. All of them. They started with no influence. Maybe they had influence elsewhere and they drove traffic there, but that's just where you start. And so there's a lot of grind that has to happen to generate, you know, early on when you're starting. Ranking videos is definitely a way to do that. Collabs, social media. And so I think your first video, I honestly would lead with content. I'll tell you this, video influencers, we didn't do a channel trailer for about a year. And then our channel trailer was like snips of what we had then done for about a year. So we just wanted to create content. We wanted to make a ruckus. We wanted to add value, and video influencers grow very quickly. But the flip side is you could throw up a channel trailer if you have clarity. Hey guys, you know, do you want to learn more about, American cuisine? Well, on this channel, we're going to be doing weekly cooking videos, and maybe you could just tell people exactly what to expect. Awesome. That's great. And you could just do a quick channel trailer to get you going so that when people get to your channel, they know exactly, you know, what you're about. But just create tons of videos. Take massive, massive action and post videos, and then learn as you grow. Keep learning and keep posting. Russell from Twitter says, do you save your hashtags and notes for similar videos and retype them in each video? That's a good question. And I think you means tags, hashtags. I actually do save my hashtags that I use on Instagram. I've got like a big list and I like categorize them. And then do I save my tags? Yes, but usually they're unique for each video. So it's kind of like two things. Maybe you have your basic ones, and that's like I put them in a Word document, and that's like, you know, Think Media TV, Sean Cannell, because I want those similar tags so I show up in my own related videos. But then I always put those same ones in there. But then on every video, it's got unique tags that are specifically researched for that video. Dulce asked, what is the most important piece of equipment that a YouTuber should invest in when it comes to making videos? I would say audio is almost more important than video. People will tolerate bad looking video, but if they can hear you good and hear you clearly, then they can hold their attention longer and they like it more. But then second would be lighting. Interesting thing is you actually probably don't need a new camera. Good lighting and good audio to the current camera will take your videos to a whole nother level. Now, but I kind of, you know, maybe you've been on Think Media TV, maybe not. There's a playlist on Think Media TV that is it runs down on YouTube equipment. There's a video called Cheap Cameras. I think if you type in cheap cameras to YouTube, I've got the top ranking video there, and that'll show you that like you could really you could upgrade your camera for like any budget. But I do think, I mean, here's maybe the overall summary is the 3 questions of YouTube or of creating video content is AVL, audio, video, lighting. That's what you want to be on point. You want good audio, you want good video, and good lighting. How you achieve that could be this iPhone with a lapel mic. Look at this. You could get lapel mic for like 12 bucks. This is this is about a $40 lapel mic that plugs into here. Okay. And then you could get like a tripod and like put this on your desk. So now, and you could shoot videos on your phone, your Samsung, your iPhone. So now I got widescreen video happening on here. And we'll link up. We have some stuff coming up. This is actually on Think Media TV. If you go to youtube.com/Think Media TV, make sure to download our guide there. We've got some recommendations for gear. And then I've got this light up here. It's $24. So now if I've got that light, I can move it around, and I've got this window light. For not very expensive, you could have good AVL. So do it. Emil, any tips for cover artists on YouTube? I love it. Yeah, so I think cover artists, you're covering songs, great way to like growth hack, your career as a musician. I think, look at the best cover videos and follow their example. They usually stand out because they were good, but then they also do things in a unique way. Like now they're standing in front of a road, in the middle of a road, and they're, they do dynamic potential cinematography. Like just take tips from what can you pull from the people who are making, the best cover videos. And then I think one of the biggest tips though, is to jump on a very popular song as quick as possible. And so if you could be the first one, this is true for anybody watching, just kind of add value. If you could be the first one to jump onto a topic, and get a cover out that's kind of cool really fast, then you even can ride the wave of the popularity of that song. Hope that helped. Thanks for the question. June asks, how important is adding the right tags to your videos? Actually, it's very important. In descending order, it's your title is most important, then your description, and then your tags. But all three really work together. And a huge mistake I see a ton of people make is I get on their videos and I'm like, your tags are blank and your description's blank. And I'm like, you put all this effort into creating this video, but you haven't taken the extra time to optimize it. And then even just really learn advanced optimization, but even just the basics, then, you're leaving. It's like just stopping short of the goal. I know it's hard because you already spent so much time to create the video and post the video. Usually by that time, you're like, I want to take a nap, but you got to put in that extra time because it's totally worth it. So definitely invest in doing tags. Sydney from Twitter asks, I bought all my gear to start my channel, but talking to the camera is so awkward. Tips. Do it a lot. Do it a lot. I think some people have, they're naturally a little more confident. Some aren't. But here's the thing. I don't think anybody starts good. In fact, nobody does. Technically, a lot of people don't know this. I'm actually an introvert. I was born an only child. Maybe that explains some things. And like, I can get anxiety in social situations and different things. And that might seem shocking, but and I'm kind of like known now is even I can go in and go up to people, but I've just worked on it. So I think working on it, what it is doing it a lot. It's kind of like a muscle, and it might be very weak, but as you just do it repeatedly. Here's the thing is I actually started on video, as I showed, back in 2003, and I was making videos and they were terrible. Like they were so bad. And then if you even go to the first Sean Thinks video, again, it's like really bad. But now you can compare and contrast that 2010, I think that first, or 9 Sean Thinks video, 2016, a new Think Media. It seems like two different people. What's the difference? Literally, I've done hundreds and hundreds of videos. And so it can be scary. I just encourage you, like, just keep going and just learn as you grow. And you're going to be critical of yourself, but just don't be, but just be encouraged. Like nobody's first video was good. Nobody's second video was like, but they just kept growing. And I do know of one story of somebody who made videos, but they didn't post them. They posted them, but kept them unlisted and just used the discipline of posting repeatedly, because that's how you grow kind of at anything. And then there's also, I would look up some different content out there for just building your confidence and things like that. Man, we are doing questions. We are landing the plane, but still going to hang out for just a few moments here. Thanks so much for everybody that's still on. Thanks for hanging out today. I would love to hear what you thought about all of this content by tweeting me or posting in the Facebook comments on learnyoutubetoday.com. Let me know what you thought about this. Scale from 1 to 10. Your favorite thing. What's the biggest thing you learned? And actually, if you're still watching, what are you going to implement? Like, what's the one thing that you are going to do? What's the one thing that you need to do from this training in the next 7 days that you need to implement in your YouTube channel, on your videos? Let me know. Couple things. I definitely want you to join me over the next couple days on Facebook Live, Facebook Live, facebook.com/Sean Thinks, Learn YouTube Today. or just on, we're going to be doing live streams on here over the next couple of days. So we'll have more time for Q&A. We're going to do some very specific training, taking you behind the scenes. And then also, if you want to jump into Video Ranking Academy, videorankingacademy.com. I believe there's also a button here that says, learn more about Video Ranking Academy on this page, learnvideotoday.com. All right, we have a few questions here. If you have any more, let me know in the Facebook comments. I want to congratulate Fahid for joining Video Ranking Academy. So pumped to have you in here. Can't wait to see you in the private Facebook group. Lyndon, thank you so much for joining. Cannot wait to hang out and for you to 10x your results on YouTube, to start ranking videos and getting views while you snooze, and build a library of ranked videos that builds your influence, income, and impact on autopilot. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to hang out. And if you have any more questions, Facebook, Twitter, and we can land the plane on those. Jay says, should you ask people to subscribe in your videos, or should you not do that? You should absolutely do it. I think how you do it is important, meaning like, you know, you don't want to be pushy. So I actually do an early call to action, meaning like I introduce my channel and then I say, you know, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Early on, if I just met you, I haven't added value yet. So I don't want to be pressure, like begging you to subscribe or telling you to subscribe. Like I haven't even added value yet. Like you don't even really know me yet. So usually the end of your video would be the time to do it, because that's over the time if they decided, okay, wow, I came for this kind of advice or cooking or entertainment, and I do like this, and you give them that verbal reminder. I think being pushy on it, you know, that's what can be weird. If it's like you need to subscribe, you have to subscribe. Like people are going to do what they're going to do. So they either like want to subscribe or they don't. And so, you know, you get to say, hey, and if you want more videos like this one you just watched, just hit the subscribe button. So you can get that. We're going to do weekly videos or whatever. So it's kind of like a chill ask, and absolutely ask for it though, because people don't necessarily know, right? They don't like think of it. So when you say it, it reminds them to say, okay, yeah, I do like this guy. I do like this girl. And then they can choose to hit subscribe. Victor from Twitter says, how many views do I need to get serious on YouTube? Well, Victor, the cool news is it depends on what your niche is. So, you know, like Steve, who's in Video Ranking Academy doing real estate, he doesn't need that many views because his goal is to do something else. So he needs like 1 view, right? Because if one person watches it and then wants to potentially buy a house, then that's it. Like that was a success of that video. So, you know, if you, depending on what your niche is too, maybe it's a very specific group of people. So maybe having 100 views a video is good. If it's a prank channel, you know, sometimes pranks or like vloggers or something, they want more. So I think it really depends, but I wouldn't compare yourself to anybody else. I would always just, you know, you be unique, and you do want to be shooting for success, but it's all relative. And so there's people too, like again, if your niche is a small community, like just serve that community. We have a scrapbooker in Video Ranking Academy. She's crushing it, Elizabeth. And she's doing great. And the reality is she can get big, but like, she's never going to be like huge, like meaning there, you know, it's a specific arena in the sense of some people, there's like the nigga higgas of YouTube with 20 million subscribers. It's just so different. So you wouldn't never want to compare yourself to any of those different things. Some people, they're like, you know, why are you, you know, talking about how to do YouTube and all this stuff? You don't have 1 million subscribers. And I'm like, I went full time with 30,000 less than. So like that's, and some people with 250,000 subscribers can't necessarily pay their bills or whatever. So it's also relative. Define your niche, figure it out what it is, you know, you're really doing, and then shoot for success inside of that. Well, hey, thank you so much. If you're still on here, I see we still got people watching. Thank you so much for being here. You made it all the way to the end. We definitely, I didn't even get to this. There is a cool thing that I can grab for you here. And it's a video ranking case studies. I did say you'd have a free gift. I probably should have shared it earlier, but if you're still watching, hey, your hustle to invest in your learning is being rewarded, right? So if you go to videoinfluencers.net/case-studies, you could jump into video ranking case studies. And what this is actually breaks down examples and then lessons and takeaways from different people in different categories and topics that have been ranking videos. So that's a cool resource. Videoinfluencers.net/case-studies. And you can grab that free gift. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being on. And join me for Facebook Lives. And we're going to be doing those over the next couple of days. It's going to be a lot of fun. And definitely consider getting to Video Right Kid Academy. It's going to be closing soon. If you're watching on the replay, as soon as we hit our limit or it closes, then we will be shutting it down. But I want to thank you so much for being here. Let's hang out on Facebook Live over the next couple of days. Tweet me what you thought on Twitter. Use the hashtag LearnYouTube16. And until next time, keep crushing it and keep building your influence, income, and impact with online video. We'll talk soon.
come the ruckus, the motherfucking ruckus. Down in the cutthroats and crumb snatching buckets. Straight from the grain, I be giving you the pain. Anger coming from the 36 chamber. Bang, bang, cow, hitting with the Buddha fist style. Shotgun slamming in your chest piece, blow. Coming with my clan, so what's happening? Commercial rap, hating with the passion.
Who the most with the owl, PLO style? Who the most with the owl, PLO style? Who the most with the owl, PLO style?
Yo, peace to that nigga Variano. What up, bitch? Take him to the bread.
Who the